Morning, evening, afternoon, people. It's been a while. I released a video on YouTube. That is, I'm gonna drop it on X as well. Most of my content is now on X. YouTube, I don't know. I think they lost love for me since I tried to change brand and the name of the channel and everything. And yeah, they're just not liking the vibe basically. So yeah, basically this video I just want to go over virtuals. Now I've done a video on virtuals maybe September, October, November last year, and at the time it was like the most basic of the layout was everything. It was brand new basically is what I'm trying to say, and they've been cooking, they've been working, they've been upgrading the protocol, and I just thought it's time to do a quick review and just show you what's different and potentially how you could earn a bit of free coin. It's not free, but there are steps that you need to take in order to get the free coin. But if you've used virtual protocol before, then there's a chance that you have got something called Virgin Points. I know the name is crazy, but yeah, Virgin Points. And what that is basically allows you to vote on new and upcoming AI agents. So if you do your research and see oh, this AI agent's got potential, then you use your Virgin Points to vote, and you also allocate some Virtuals tokens. So after a set period of time, those tokens are then issued to you. Um, yeah, so we'll just basically go over everything that's going on with it. So here it is. So this is what you would see once you log in. Okay, so you can see here you've got these are your Virgin Points in the top right. Um, there's also a staking mechanism for virtual as well. So what I'll do is I'll just go over the staking first. So if you're familiar with Aerodrome and the VV3 sort of aspect of staking tokens, what you do is you take your virtuals and you click on stake virtual, which is right here, and then you have a choice of the period that you want to lock it for. So if you understand VV, basically your vote goes down over a set period of time unless you auto max lock. So if you lock for a week, you're going to get less VE virtuals to vote with, which means less tokens allocated to you from new AI protocols. So yeah, now they've got staking. Now what I will say, there isn't any emissions for virtuals. It's actually all out there in circulation. So that means that circulating supply is going to be reduced when people actually lock up their tokens to vote to get new AI tokens. At the moment it's profitable. Not profitable, but you could break even pretty simply. So you can see from, if I go back, let's see, if I go back to my profile for instance, I voted on two of them when it first came out. So I've bought a load of virtuals. Well, I've got a load of virtuals here. I've also got 1,000 virtuals staked. So you can see for instance this axle rod. It was part of these Genesis launches. So as you can see here, Airbus is the next one to be launched. There's some story about that that I can go over as well. So yeah, I voted, and then they issued the tokens to me. So I've done 2 votes so far. Yeah, and that's basically it. So I voted for superconductor. I've got this amount of tokens, and that's how much it's worth in virtuals and the dollar amounts. At its peak, I had about $1,000. So I put $2,000 into the virtuals staking, and in return I get a percentage of the points. So basically you need Virgin Points to vote. So you can see here where you can pledge, and so if I go to my points history here, you can see that every day there's not a set time. They're saying that there's going to be a set time. They just announced that on their Twitter or whatever, on the X account. And then you get an allocation of tokens. So you can see here, because I staked, I got 10,000 points, and trenching, which basically is you buying, the AI agents and whatnot. Holder, I didn't get any this time around. That was on the 15th. So they just issued some to me now. So you get, let's see here. Yeah, so I haven't got any holder either, even though I'm holding a few tokens. So I think they're still working on the distribution of the Virgin Points, but you do get them eventually. Diamond Hand bonus is basically if you do get the tokens like I have received over the past couple of days, and you don't sell them, you get something called a Diamond Hand bonus, which you then claim, and it adds to your points. So the way it works is so if I click pledge now, and I say I want to pledge to Airbus, subscribe, yeah. So as you can see, it's oversubscribed, which means that basically it needs to hit this threshold in virtual committed. So the amount of tokens that you give. So you can see that people have issued 566 virtuals, which is the maximum cap. So if you go to commit, the max you can actually issue to vote for a new AI agent to be or to go live. the max is 566. The amount of points, I'm not sure how the points pledge points works. Last time I maxed out my pledge points, but I didn't max out the virtual, so like I'm still sort of trying to figure it out myself. Yeah, and that's how you pledge. So you could just say like I want to pledge max and I want to pledge max. I'm not gonna do it, but like 566. There you go, and you click commit. Then you get like yeah, you get basically to vote on it, and then you get allocated a certain amount of these Airbus tokens. Okay, so if I go back to my profile, or no, go back to, let's see, go back here, and I want to go to like history of my airdrops. So if I go to, right, so we're here. We'll go back here. A bit lost with it. Sorry guys, just give me a sec. Right, there's launch portfolio. Eventually, just virtual. I want to see where did I? Oh yeah, oh, I'm so silly. So I get a bit lost sometimes. Right, so you can see here like where I get my points. So when you do vote, so say like you lose points, and those points don't get returned to you, but every day, depending on your actions, you would get more points. So yeah, I basically used 14,000 points yesterday to vote on the superconductor, along with some of my virtuals. Not the full allocation, so I didn't get that big of an airdrop. It was about $400 at the time. Obviously, the price has gone down. So now you're thinking, okay, so I've got these tokens. As soon as I get them, I'm going to sell them. But what happens is that if you do sell them, then basically you get put in a cooldown period. So you still earn Virgin Points, but you're not allowed to vote on any more for about 3 days. So the benefit of holding them to get the diamond hand bonus from the previous airdrop towards like actually getting cash in hand and not being able to vote for 3 days, it's up to you to decide. At the moment, I'm kind of just like maybe every week I'll just like cash out everything and I'll forego voting for 3 or 4 days or something. But at the moment, I'm just kind of like playing with the protocol and just seeing how it all works. So going back to the Airbus launch that I voted for or whatever, they basically come out and said like, let me see, virtuals, we'll go to it. Yeah, they basically said here like Airbus got an upgrade, or AR bus. After Axelrod, AI Bus AI will become the next project to receive a protocol-backed airdrop. So, a reflection of long-term conviction and commitment to launch integrity. Hence, we're relaunching Airbus. So basically, I was supposed to receive these tokens within the next 5 hours, I would say. Once the vote is done, because it's oversubscribed, that means that the tokens will, the actual AI agent will go live from Genesis. You would receive your tokens, and then you'd also receive back your virtuals tokens. So although you voted for it with the 566 virtual tokens, they'll give that back to you. They'll keep the points. And then they'll give you the token for the particular AI agent. But they're not going to do it this time. So what they're going to do is like all previously pledged virtual and points will be fully refunded. So you get back your points and your virtuals. Virtuals Protocol is sponsoring 42,000 virtual to buy Airbus on the open market. So they're going to buy it before TGE. Agent tokens will be will be airdropped to VE virtual stakers. So remember I said that I've got like some stakes here. That means that I'm going to get a portion of those tokens. Also when you stake, you also get a 20% portion of the Virgin Points based on how big your lock is. So you can always grow your lock over time, like basically voting on new AI agents, collecting those coins, and at some point switching it to virtuals and then locking it up. So it's like a big circle of like basically increasing your points tally. So when you do get allocations, you do get massive allocations. Yeah, so that's what virtuals is doing. So if you remember, or if you have watched my previous video, then you would have seen how basic it was. It was just sort of like anyone could release an agent, and when you buy that agent, you're not sure if they're actually going to do anything or what the deal is, and there were rug pulls, like a few. And this is basically Virtual Protocols developers trying to address that and making it fair for everybody. So when you know that an AI agent is being backed by the actual protocol, then you know that you're sort of in for like a nice portion of tokens and value, hopefully at some point in the near future. But don't forget, you don't actually lose anything from voting other than the points that you've accrued from your actions from the previous day, week, months. Also, to increase the amount of Virgin Points you could get, they've also got like a Yapper, there's a protocol called Kaito that you link to your X account, and basically it distributes yapping points. So if you're part of the Yappa leaderboard, then basically concerning virtual status. So basically, there's a whole load of other things that you can talk about, and yeah. So if you talk about it and you've got your X account connected, um, basically you would earn more points for virtuals or Virgin Points, and those Virgin Points could then be used to vote. So you're just trying to increase the amount of points that you're getting every week. So I think the points are the key at the moment. Also the staking also helps, but there's a whole load of improvements. The UI is a lot more slick. It's clean. Yeah, I'm in. I'm holding tokens. This Airbus is gonna not actually drop today, so they said they're gonna drop it. I think tomorrow, the 17th. Yeah, they're gonna drop it the 17th. So I should be getting a portion of those via the VE staking. Also, I'm gonna vote as soon as I get the opportunity. Plus, I get my points back, so I'm gonna have like 13,000 points, which is pretty much what I had last time I voted, and I've done okay. So yeah, I just think maybe check it out. Maybe come back to virtuals and have a look. Yeah, and I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you enjoyed the content. And yeah, I guess I'll speak to you soon. Take it easy.
I've been secretly farming Virgin Points since before Virtual even dropped on Uniswap. While the plebs waited for a green candle, I was stacking invisible clout. You think this is about trading? Cute. It's about positioning, influence, scarcity of attention. Virtual isn't a meme. It's a weapon, a pipeline to generative autonomous agents, but also to points, perks, and power. Virgin Points aren't just numbers. They're leverage, entry to the inner ring. And me? I don't earn points. I extract them. I farm faith. I monetize belief. So while you're still watching charts, remember, some of us are already staking destiny. Koli out.